Hello everyone and welcome. A few months back I did a review of a 10-liter ultrasonic cleaner. Now ever since that time, my wife has been bugging me to let her use my huge ultrasonic cleaner to clean small things like jewelry and other stuff that she has. You see, she heard on the interweb that ultrasonic cleaners are great for cleaning jewelry and other small things. I keep telling her that using my humongous 10-liter ultrasonic cleaner for cleaning jewelry is just plain crazy, but she doesn't give up. So after going back and forth on this, I finally decided to get her a small, compact ultrasonic cleaner that she can have for herself and not bug me about using my gigantic ultrasonic cleaner for cleaning small items. So I looked around for a compact and inexpensive ultrasonic cleaner and chose this one that we'll be looking at today. Now once I received it, I thought that I should make a video about it in case some of you guys have wives like mine that want to have their own personal ultrasonic cleaner. Or maybe you want a small ultrasonic cleaner for yourself for cleaning smaller things like circuit boards or small items that you may want to repair instead of a huge 10-liter unit. As I understand it, these small units are great for coin collectors to clean their tarnished old coins and all sorts of other items. So if you've been looking around for a compact, inexpensive, and portable ultrasonic cleaner, stick around as I unbox and test this puppy. Alright guys, so when you unbox this puppy, this is everything you get. So let's talk a little bit about some of the features that this guy has, but before we get started testing this guy, do me a big favor and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That way you get notified every time I do another product review video, DIY project, or a sale at a big box store where I can help you save even more money. Alright then, so this is the LifeBasis Compact Ultrasonic Cleaner, available on Amazon, link in description below. At the time of making this video, this guy retails for $37.99, and the warranty on this guy is 1 year. Now the dimensions on this guy, in case you're curious, on the outside, you're looking at 7 inches by 4 inches by 4 inches. The tank, on the other hand, is 6 inches by 3 inches by 2 inches. Now, what do you get included when you unbox this guy? Well, you get the ultrasonic cleaner itself, you get a power cord, you get the owner's manual that tells you everything about this guy in several different languages, you get a nice little basket for putting stuff in, and you get a nice little container here to put inside the basket or use it individually for putting all sorts of things like mechanical watches, jewelry, necklaces, stuff like that. So a very complete kit for doing just about anything you want. Now I chose this unit because it's very compact and easy to store at only 17 ounces or 500 milliliters. If you want bigger ultrasonic cleaners, this company does sell bigger units on their Amazon store, so pick the one that suits your needs. This unit has 304 stainless steel tank, which should be durable and easy to keep clean. It has a removable cord that can easily be stored away inside the unit when not in use, making it a lot easier to store the entire thing when you're not using it. This unit has an auto shutoff and it's super easy to use. It has touch sensitive buttons on the front here that I'll show you in a moment, so all you do is tap it to scroll through the timer settings. It has a timer setting at several different settings at 90 seconds, 180 seconds, 280 seconds, 380 seconds, and 480 seconds. Super easy to use, nothing complicated, not a lot of multiple different settings to worry about. Just select the time that you want and it does it all by itself. Now this unit gives you 360 degrees of all-around cleaning since what you put in it is fully submerged, and it works at 42,000 Hertz frequency for better all-around cleaning. So this compact little guy is great for efficiently cleaning small things without wasting a lot of water or cleanser. It also is compact and easy to store and take anywhere you want with you. This little guy can be used for cleaning such small things as glasses, mechanical watches, dentures, coins, razors, necklaces, rings, and much, much more. So let's take a little closer look at this guy and see how it performs. Alright guys, let's take a little closer look at this guy and see what it has to offer. As you see right there, I have it facing up. You have a nice clear smoked lid on it so you can see through it. On the inside, you have a nice stainless steel tank. Very nice, very clear indeed. It should be very easy to keep clean. Stainless steel lasts practically forever. Right here, you have a little indentation so you can lift this guy sideways and pour out the liquid. So it acts like a little funnel. So when you're all done, you just pour out the liquid through here and dump it out without having to make a mess anywhere. So again, very easy to maintain bowl. And right there, or tank I should say. And right there, it indicates the minimum and the maximum. You should always have it filled to the minimum at the very least. And the maximum, when you put stuff in it, it'll fill up to that level there. So don't fill it to the max, fill it to the min, and you can always add later if you need to. But remember, you're going to be putting stuff in there so the water level will rise. And as you can see right there on the front, you see right there the timer, and this is where the buttons are. They're touch sensitive. So there's a button right there and a button right there. It's touch sensitive, so all you got to do is tap it, and you see how the timer changes, and that's all there is to it. You start at 90, 180, 280, 380, and 480, and that's all there is. Very easy to do. Then you just press that button right there, and it starts working. So it's super easy. You don't have to worry about heating, temperature, this, that, and the other. Like some of them have a lot of different settings to it. This one does it all by itself. So very easy indeed. Now, the other things that it brings with it, you get this little basket that you put inside there. Nice little plastic basket, fits in there perfectly. See, fits right in there. So if you need to pull anything out, you just lift up the basket, and you don't need to worry about anything. Super easy. And like I said before, you also get this little half moon shaped thing to where you could put watches, necklaces, bracelets, whatever you want on there. And then you just put it right inside there. I guess you could put it by itself, but if you want to put it with the basket, it works fine that way. Either way, fits perfectly. And then it has a little handle right there, so you can just lift it up. You don't need to fumble around with it. Grab this little guy here, lift it up, and take everything out very conveniently. So, super easy design on how to use this little guy. There's no buttons or anything else anywhere else on the unit. And the beauty about this, like I said, is that it's a very small unit. I mean, look at it. If you're going to be cleaning like glasses or something like that, and I'll get an old pair of glasses in a moment and put it in there, we'll see how it fits. But if you're going to be cleaning like glasses or watches or dentures or jewelry or whatever, you can put a bazillion rings in there. There's plenty of room for rings. You could put several watches. You could probably put a couple of different glasses. Not that you really want to, but I'm saying you could stack 2 or 3 different glasses in there. It is pretty deep. I mean, look at that. That is fairly deep in there. So you have quite a bit of depth and width to it that you can put a lot of stuff in there. And this is a lot more reasonable than using a huge ultrasonic cleaner to be able to clean just little things like that. Like I said, for coin collectors especially, I mean, put aside jewelry and glasses and all that. Even like coin collectors and stuff like that, if you want to be able to clean your coins, you can just pop it in there. You can put a whole stack of coins in there, and it'll clean it for you without any problem whatsoever. Now, I know some coin collectors like to keep the patina on their coins. You may not want to do that, but if you want to collect coins and keep them clean, that's an ideal situation to put that in there. And also, as far as the cleanser and stuff to put in there, I'm not going to tell you what to do because everybody is going to have their own special little formula to use. Obviously, you got to put water in there. Now, whether you put water and soap or whether you use some kind of cleanser with it or, baking soda or vinegar or whatever, everybody has their own system of what they want to do. So I leave that totally up to you. Figure out what works best for whatever it is that you're cleaning. So if you have suggestions, things that you have found that have been very useful for cleaning things like jewelry, glasses, watches, whatever the case may be, go ahead and comment down below. That way you can help anybody else that has a unit like this, so that way they can experiment with their own situation and figure out what kind of chemicals or combination of water and chemicals would work out the best for them. So that's why I'm saying, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You figure it out for yourself. You find the best chemical situation that works for you. Some people may just want to use like palm olive or something like that and water, or just water all by itself and let the ultrasonic do all the work with just clean water. So you can experiment and figure out what works best for whatever it is that you're cleaning. And also, let me point out, if you're going to put watches in there, make sure they are mechanical watches. Don't put any kind of electronic watch in there or you'll ruin it. So this can only work with purely mechanical watches. It cannot have any kind of electronics to it. This is for stuff that has no electronics, whatever it is that you want to put in there. If you're going to put small little things that you want to clean in there, like, for example, let me just grab something right here. This is a center punch, okay? There's obviously no electronics in there. It is just brass and steel and metal. That'll fit perfectly into there, and you can do a cleaning on this without any problem. Let's say this was a tool or something that you were cleaning, and you wanted to make sure it was nice and clean so you can keep on using it. That'll fit in there perfectly and will not be ruined. But anything electronic can be ruined, and I strictly suggest you do not put it in there. So let me get this guy set up. We'll put some water and stuff in it and see how it performs. All right, guys, so we're going to start doing some testing with this guy. We're going to see exactly how it performs. But before we start doing that, I thought I'd show you, I mentioned a moment ago, eyeglasses. Here's an old pair of eyeglasses that I have. And I show you that basically they fit in there perfectly. You see that going in right there. You put them in there. Obviously, put the basket in there. But I'm showing you for dimension-wise, they fit perfectly in there. There's plenty of extra room when you put your glasses in there if you want to be able to clean them thoroughly. So obviously put the basket in and then just pop them in and you're good to go. So a pair of eyeglasses, no problem putting in this guy at all. So I'm going to put the basket in here right now. And there you go, fits right there, right at the bottom. Actually, I should fill it up with water first so I can see the min and max. When you put the basket in, you really can't see. I mean, it's kind of, you can see it through there a little bit, but it's kind of hard to see. I'm going to show it for you guys for demonstration. So what I have here, what I put together is I have some water. I basically put together some distilled water and I pre-mixed in there some Dawn dishwashing liquid. That's all I'm going to try right now. Just water and Dawn dishwashing liquid. So let's pour that in there and see if I have enough or if I need to get some more. Oh, there we go. Go right to the min. There we are. We're at the min, so I have enough. So first test that I'm going to do, and I'm not going to do a lot of testing right here in the video, but for my first experience with this, what I'm going to do is use Dawn dishwasher liquid. And there we go, put that in there. I didn't know if I was going to splash or not. And I'm not a big jewelry guy, so I don't have a lot of stuff. But let's see, an old ring that I have here. And you see it's a little bit on the tarnished side. It's been sitting around for years. I don't really use jewelry much. So that's been sitting around for a while. I'm going to pop that in there and see if it comes up a little bit cleaner. And let's see, some tie holder right there from, years back when I actually used to work in an office and I used to have to wear suit and tie and stuff every day. Used to have to look professional. Let's pop that in there. Here is another little tie clip right there. Pop that in there. Here's another one. This one you can see is a little bit on the tarnished side. Pop that in there. An old money clip. There you go. You can see the tarnish on that guy. That's been sitting around for years, so let's see how that guy looks. And money. Money always is dirty. I hate touching coins. They're always filthy. So pennies are always the worst. So let's throw some of that in there. And here is a few pennies. Look at that. That looks really bad. We'll see how these pennies, you can see how filthy that is. I really don't like touching coins. That's why I use credit cards for everything. It's just cleaner. So there you go. Pop those guys in there. And here's a filthy one. Look at that. That is really, really bad. Ugh, yuck. So let's see. Some of these coins, you see they're all pretty filthy. Here's a token from somewhere. I don't know why I got this, but it's a token from somewhere. And it's pretty disgusting. Pop that in there. And we close the lid, hit the start button, and there it goes. And we'll come back in a little while when this guy is done. All right, guys, here we go. This guy is almost done. I just turned on the camera, so I didn't have to keep you guys waiting for the entire timer. So here we go. It's about ready to turn itself off, and I'm going to pull out the little basket and see exactly how everything turned out inside there. So let's see. It's almost done. And there you go. It did the entire timer, and it turned itself off. And you see a lot of soapy suds, and it's actually quite warm. It does do the ultrasonic and the heating and everything all in one shot. You don't need to tell it to do anything. It does it all by itself. So it did a nice job. It's nice and warm in there. Let me pull everything out of there, and we'll see exactly how it did. And let me see. I have a towel right here, so I don't make a big mess everywhere. Pull that out of there, and we'll see exactly how everything turned out. So let's start off looking at that, and well, that turned out pretty nice. Remember, it was fairly tarnished when I put it in there. That looks pretty nice right there. Let's see the tie clip. Let me dry that off a little bit. That looks nice and shiny. Remember, it was nice and tarnished. That looks very shiny right there, so that looks good. The ring, let's see. Remember, it was pretty dark on the sides there. A lot of dirt gets encrusted inside all this area. So that cleaned it up very nicely. That's why my wife wants this unit, because she wants rings that will look nice instead of being all dirty. You know, hand soap and all that kind of stuff. It gets your rings all dirty. Let's see, this is... A lot nicer, a lot shinier. This area obviously has been damaged probably from overuse. I mean, going in and out of your pocket gets damaged, so that's okay. And actually the little stone on here came off. So here it is. It undid the glue. So I have to glue that back on there. That's one of the things you have to be careful with. Things that are glued, they can come undone. That guy's a whole lot shinier. Look at that. Remember how dark it was? That's a lot shinier now than what it was before. So that's pretty good. Now let's take a look at the coins and stuff, which were fairly disgusting. That is a lot shinier. Obviously, it didn't get rid of everything. I mean, you can't expect miracles the first time out. And like I said, I'm only using Dawn. I'm not using anything really, really tough or abrasive. Let's see the pennies. The pennies were the worst. Let's get all these guys together here, and we'll take a look at them. I'm not going to go one by one. Let's get them all together here. And there you go. I mean, some of them, is this the one? Some of them, I think this is the one. Some of them were really, really crusty. So you can see they're better. I mean, remember this one? Let's look at this guy. This guy was really bad. And look at that. It cleaned off a lot of the junk on there. It cleaned it off pretty good. I mean, with a bit more work, you could clean it off better. But for the first time in, that's not bad at all. Remember, there was one of them that had all sorts of mold and stuff on it. I don't even know which one it was anymore. But it looks very nice for some grungy, disgusting money that I put in there. And the dime was really, really bad. Look at that. That cleaned that up very nicely. That dime was really crusty. So it cleaned up the money very, very nicely. Let me see if I can show you a little bit better. Money tends to be a little shiny, so it's a little hard. But it did a good job. It did a really good job. This one was really black. And you can see it took a lot of the stuff off. You can see it took a lot of the stuff off. This one was really, really gross and black. The whole thing was black. And you can see a lot of it's been taken off. So that's not bad right there. A lot of the grossness has been removed in just one time. Like I said, some things are so bad you have to do it multiple attempts. But for the first shot, I think it did a pretty decent job. So there you go. I think everything turned out really nice, especially this guy. This guy was really well tarnished. And I mean, look at it now. Focus. It looks really nice and shiny. And this guy, I I thought it was done. I thought it was just going to be ugly forever. So that looks really, really good. And like I said, this little guy right here is a lot shinier than it was before. A lot shinier. So, and the ring, really, really good. So I think it did a fantastic job. I think for under $40, you're talking a very economical little unit. Easy to store, easy to use. Let me pan down here so you can see all the stuff there. So there you go. That's all the stuff that I put in there. And it all looks a heck of a lot better now than it did when I first got started. And I purposely looked for the dirtiest pennies I could find. Okay, I don't think most of the stuff you get is going to be as bad as that. This guy really turned out nice. I like that. Really nice guy. So I don't think most of the stuff you're going to use, if you have a machine like this, you're going to keep your stuff nice and clean. I don't think you're going to let it get to the point that it's disgusting like money. And there you can see right there, since the light isn't shining on it as bad, you can see how much better it all looks. And it was really disgusting. That's why I hate money. I really don't like coins. I don't like touching coins because it feels filthy every time. That's why I use credit cards. Like I said, it's just a smarter way to go. Plastic is cleaner. So anyway, so there you have it, guys. I think this is a really nice machine. I think my wife's going to be very happy with it. And if you're looking for a simple, economical, little compact machine, again, for cleaning jewelry and stuff like that. I mean, even guys have jewelry. So that's, not something too far out of the ordinary. I don't use much jewelry now, but I did when I was younger. But now I'm a DIYer, so I don't want to wear rings and stuff like that because it's easy to catch it on something and hurt myself. But when I used to work in an office, I used to wear jewelry all the time. It's just par for the course. That's just what you do. But women wear plenty of jewelry, and if you want to keep it nice and clean, then obviously this is a smart way to go. And if you have coins, if you're a coin collector, if you want to clean electronics, anything really small like that, that'll fit into a 7-inch space by about 4 inches in depth, any kind of electronics or anything, or any small little doodads. Some people restore little tiny little model cars that are made out of metal and stuff like that, and you can obviously pop it in here and clean it first before you start doing the restoration. So your imagination can basically do anything you want with this little guy right there. So a very nice little unit. I think it does a really good job for a very nominal price. So if you're interested, check out the links below, and that way you can find out all the information about this guy. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.